Here at ICT Billet, we get a lot of questions from our customers about what possible parts they may need to finish their LS swap. So today we're going to talk about an assortment of products that we manufacture, as well as some other items that we carry here at ICT Billet that might make your LS swap a little more seamless and may even dress your motor up a little bit. We've got a lot of accessory mounting options for alternator, power steering, and AC compressors, steam tube adapters that's very significant of the LS engines, different mounting solutions, coolant and oil port adapters, as well as some crankshaft adapters. So let's take a closer look at some of these parts on the engine. Now, one priority when you're installing your LS engine in your chassis is the front accessory mounting locations. We've got a lot of options here at ICT Billet, and you can source pretty much the entire front drive system outside of the belt directly from us. Now, sometimes you may want to install a different water pump. For instance, this LS1 water pump on truck spacing. We've got a set of water pump spacers for that. One thing we've added recently to our inventory is AC Delco sensors. For those of you that might want to use a 3-bar map sensor for your turbo build, or even just replace a coolant temperature sensor if yours is broken or didn't come with your engine. Now, all the factory LS fuel rails are going to utilize a quick disconnect. We've got AN adapters in 5/16 and 3/8 sizes to tie into your existing fuel system. Now, we sourced this LS3 intake manifold, put it on our Gen 4 heads on our truck motor, and it didn't come with the factory hardware. So we sourced one of our many bolt kits to get it installed. We've got a lot of bolt kits options also, in case your engine didn't come with the factory hardware. Now, some of the other parts that you may need are in and around the intake manifold. So we're going to pull this intake manifold off to get a better look. Now, one simple way that you can dress up your LS engine is one of our billet aluminum valley covers. These are available for Gen 3 and Gen 4 blocks, as well as a DoD Delete version. Another dress-up item are our coil brackets. These are available for all LS coils, as well as a few aftermarket ones. Now, a significant feature of the LS engine is these steam ports on the cylinder heads. We've got block-off plates, crossovers, as well as a front outlet version here that ties into your radiator. Now, another feature of the LS engine is that the heater outlets tie directly into the water pump. If your vehicle doesn't use a heater core, you can use our bypass hose here that'll keep your coolant circuit working properly. If you're using aftermarket gauges to monitor your engine's vitals, you can use one of our oil pressure or coolant temperature adapters. These are available in 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and 3/8 NPT thread sizes. Now, another main product that you may need to get your engine in your vehicle are going to be our swap plates. These will easily bolt in your LS engine to virtually any vehicle that originally used a small or big block Chevy using the factory motor mounts. Now, I've got a few more parts that I want you to look at that are on the back and the bottom side of the engine. So I'm going to roll this engine over and show you a few of those. Now, the LS engine has a lot of ports for oil and coolant in the block. Some are for pressure and some are for drain. We've got a lot of plugs and fittings and adapters that are going to fill all these holes, as well as one that fits your low oil level sensor port in your oil pan. Now, the main source of oil in an LS engine is going to be this oil port right here on the oil pan. This is where the factory would sometimes tie in an external oil cooler. If you don't want to use this oil cooler, you can use one of our block-off plates. If you want to tie in a gauge or feed an oil line to a turbocharger, you can use one of our 1/8 inch NPT outlet port adapters. If you want to tie in your own oil cooler, you can use one of our adapters that has a 6AN ORB ports built right in. Now, one of the main hesitations about putting an LS engine in an older vehicle is the transmission. The torque converter spacing on an older Chevy automatic is going to be a little bit farther back and have a little bit different mounting circle. So you're going to need two parts. One is our SFI flex plate that has the right bolt circle and also bolts right onto your 6-bolt crankshaft. The other part is going to be our torque converter hub adapter. Now, this hub adapter is going to slide right into the crankshaft, and then the torque converter snout is going to slide right into it. This is going to keep your torque converter centered and also carry some of the load, sort of like a manual transmission's input shaft going into a pilot bearing. Now, one last thing you want to worry about when you try to bolt an older transmission onto an LS engine is your bell housing bolts. All the fasteners on the LS engine are going to be a metric thread, and your old bolts just simply might not fit. So you can always source one of our bolt kits directly from us. Here at ICT Billet, we're always expanding our product line to try to make your LS swap a little bit easier. So give our sales team a call or check us out on Facebook and Instagram for all of our new products. Also, like and subscribe our YouTube channel for all of our videos. We'll see you next time.